All right, let's work through the second example. We're going to go through this one a little bit faster. The most factors that this can have is going to be 3. That's the maximum number of factors. So let's factor this thing out. We're going to set it equal to 0 and solve it. I have 3x as a common factor. When I factor that out, it leaves me with x squared plus 4x plus 4. And now I'm going to look at what's left in the parentheses. This right here, can that be factored further? It's a quadratic trinomial, so I'm going to swing and divide. And I'm going to see that that factors into x plus 2 and x plus 2. I do the swing and divide work over here. I swing to get 4, and they've got to add to give me 4, which gives me 2 and 2. So that means it's x plus 2 and x plus 2. We have the same factor happen twice, but we do have 3 factors. So we set them each equal to 0. 3x equals 0, x plus 2 equals 0, and x plus 2 equals 0. So on this one, x equals 0, x equals -2, x equals -2. Now, we can see that we do have a 0, crosses at x equals 0, and then it also touches at -2, but it does not cross. So when the function actually touches the 0 and then turns back around, touches and then turns back around, that is what we call a double root. So this -2 that showed up twice, when the graph hits that as a 0, it does show up as a 0, but instead of the graph coming up and going through at -2, it comes up and it hits 0 and then bounces back and goes down. This behavior of the graph lets you know that this root happens twice. So that means that x plus 2 shows up as a factor twice. All right, the y-intercept of this graph is 0, 0, and the constant, there was no constant in the original equation, so that is 0 also. All right, I'm going to leave you to work through the rest of these, and in the next video, we will get to the end of the notes to find the connections.